whole school engagement, inclusive student leadership, and unified sports. That's what Special Olympics is all about. Acceptance is inviting somebody to the party, but inclusion is when you ask them to dance.
Coaching is a very fulfilling profession. It's not so much about the sport itself, it's about being able to change lives.
The most important qualities for a unified sports coach is patience and finding a way to get them to work together. I get them to work together by actually kind of spending time with one another outside of the sport, being around each other a lot, and so they get to know each other.
Some keys to being a successful coach is being able to identify the individuals on the team, what they want to bring to it. There's different skill sets where they feel comfortable on the field. And when you figure that out, you can plug them in where they're going to be most successful.
The most important qualities of a unified sports coach are making sure to treat everyone equal, not segregating partners versus athletes, and making sure that from the team's perspective, it's a seamless integration of athletes and partners.
We coach the players without the intellectual disabilities the same way as we coach any of the athletes.
And when you call a play, I want you to be able to show everybody in the huddle which play you're calling, okay?
We always find a place to go ahead and put up any peer partner or athlete. If they don't feel comfortable on the field, there's other places to go ahead and value the skill level that they have, because everybody's different.
When I was in high school, we had this one guy that just took all the shots, and it wasn't fun for everybody. So I realized being on the other end of that hey, the kids, they want to play, they want to have fun. I'm a big teamwork guy, so I just like someone that's willing to pass and look for their teammates. My expectations for all of the athletes, it's the same for all of them, to give effort, to work hard, and be committed.
Meaningful involvement in Special Olympics means giving value to people, letting them know that they're important. Everybody is important. Everybody wants to be valued.
Students that do not have intellectual disabilities on our unified team, I think that there's a transition, a little bit of a feeling out period for them and trying to understand our students with special needs. I mean, maybe a week takes, and they understand it and they get it and they help.
Special Olympics has categories of player development, and at the high school, you're given about 14 kids, roughly, maybe 20 kids. And within that, you got all of those levels. And so you've got to create a way to blend it all into one team. We are a player development team. Part of that is just helping all of our kids learn to be successful with the skills of whatever sport we're playing.
Currently, we have competitive teams here at Brighton High School. They're all athletes on the field like a typical varsity sport. Our partners shoot the ball. Our partners score goals, because if one of our athletes can set up our partner to make that shot, that's just as powerful as our athlete making that shot. The skill that we've taught them going into that, the fact that they're able to continue with that, for us is even more a win.
Redshirt Rookies is the elementary school level of unified sports. Bringing unified sports to an elementary school is really all about just having fun. And that's the recreational part of unified sports that really gets them more focused on having fun with each other, learning from one another, bringing out the best in each other rather than winning or losing.
One thing we've really been working on this year has been accountability. If you ran the wrong route, they have come back this year ready to talk about it, what they did wrong, how they could improve, and everybody is so much more open.
Sometimes we'll pair up a partner with an athlete, so if somebody needs extra help, then they are able to help that athlete along to make sure that they're getting everything that they need out of that practice. I would think the benefits of playing unified sports for some of our players are a feeling of acceptance. A lot of times they're in a classroom all day long with the same kids, so the feeling of being able to be accepted and have friends outside of their classroom that they're with.
A parent emailed this summer really concerned about her daughter having troubles with not being able to regulate her body temperature. So I just said, maybe she could be part of our high five club. And she's like, do you guys have one? I said, no, not yet. But it was cool because we just created a high five team, and her job was to go over and high five all of the people who came to our game and thank them. And for her, that was a place to be, and she was a part of that social inclusion, and it was a big deal for her, for us.
I'm in A Hall and I see all of the athletes coming down the hall, and when they come down the hall, there's partners that come from the other direction, and when they come by, they're always shaking each other's hands, like saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's really cool to see them engage that way.
I had one young man who wouldn't speak to anybody. Once I got him a teammate, he doesn't stop talking since. He developed a friendship, he trusted her, he learned how to communicate. Go straight through. Yeah, do that again for me. That was good.
To foster social inclusion, I think you just have to make sure that people know that there is value and importance in everybody, no matter who you are.
Unified Sports has changed the culture in our school. The students are now more approachable with our athletes. They understand that it's not that big of a difference between the athletes and the students.
If I had to encourage somebody else to become a coach, yes, there are a lot of challenges involved, but the rewards outweigh the challenges.
Spots and make 5 shots at each spot. All right? You guys right here, go to the shooting line. You guys over there on the hop, onto the other line. Go.
If you push yourself hard enough and you show the students that you want them to be the best that they can be, and you're able to change their lives in that way, then you become a successful coach.
You know, it doesn't matter what the score is.
Right.
I mean, it really doesn't. And what's most important is that in the end, we came out better people.
Choose to include.
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 Contact your local Special Olympics program for more information on becoming a coach of Unified Sports and bringing Unified Sports to your community. Please visit SpecialOlympics.org for additional information.